Man, it's a fucking shame that we weren't recording when we found out that Sabo is a trash panda.
Well, that part's gonna be left in.
You know what? I was even thinking that. I was like, I know how to guarantee we just have a really shit start to this.
I mean,
Gonna call Sabo a trash panda.
you're correct. Hello, everyone. Welcome to It's Time to Leave. If you haven't left yet, congratulations, you've lost.
That's not even close to the worst.
Oh, it's not the worst, but
with.
it's definitely a bad opener.
I think we've had.
I was gonna say, does that have anything to do with the random dead raccoon I found in my backyard yesterday?
I forgot about that. I just got this message saying, "Hey, can corpses give you rabies?" I mean, did you let it bite you?
No.
Did you like swap fluids? Did you make out with it?
There were no fluids to make out with. It was dead for at least a day.
Well, then probably not.
Yeah, I looked it up and I was just like, oh, just making sure. Yeah, there was a random dead raccoon in my backyard. It looked like he fell out of a tree and hit his head and died.
So that's Sly Cooper's wave of crime.
Yeah.
That's one way to stop him.
So I called my dad and I was like, how do I throw this out? It's too big to fit in a plastic bag.
Just throw it in the trash.
Well, I was like, can I just toss it in the garbage, or like, do we have to? So he had to call the town and see if the town wanted to rabies test it. And the town was like, nah, you can just throw it in the garbage.
Well,
so I was like, okay.
This story just keeps getting better and better.
Well, that's one
Well,
way.
if the zombie raccoon apocalypse starts, we know who to blame.
We know where it started. Oh fuck! You know what? Hold on, I'm gonna. I don't even know what to do anymore.
Dan's just frantically checking to make sure he hasn't got any raccoon corpses in his backyard.
I don't have any raccoon corpses in my backyard.
That you know of.
No, I'm pretty aware there aren't any dead raccoon corpses.
Oh my god! Wait, Sabo, I think I know how that corpse got in your yard.
Yeah.
Ezra Miller. It's a warning.
God. All right, let me give.
He couldn't find an actual mongoose. He couldn't find an actual mongoose, so he used a raccoon.
Oh yeah, that was the first thing I asked him when he mentioned that. I was like, "Did you inject yourself with its blood to gain super speed?"
God.
It only works with mongooses.
Holy shit! I am so I just went through because I got that thing where it's like gains pilot level times funds and pilot level plus 10 times 10 pack points.
Yeah.
Who do you think's the highest? You might be surprised.
Is it Guy?
It's Guy.
So I wasn't surprised.
I thought it was gonna be Nordico.
You fucking lied to me.
Hey, wait, hold on. There's bullshit here. Nordico has a much higher kill count. Why is his level higher? Why is his level higher by a good bit? He's 84, she's 79. What the fuck?
He probably killed more bosses.
Wait, why is Allenby at 83? With 83 kills.
Have you been using her to heal?
I every now and then, but I don't think that much.
No,
you
can get a surprising amount of experience if you heal something that's a significantly higher level than you.
Like, why is Noriko so far down here? Because it goes Domo next, which makes sense. Sagiri, which makes sense. Hikaru, which makes sense. Harlock, which makes sense. Then Haman, Master Asia, Tobia, Char, then Noriko. What the fuck? What?
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, I guess I give this to Guy because he's the highest level.
Good job, Guy. That's why he's the hero.
Cheater. He cheated.
You call it No, you call it cheating. I call it bravery.
Bravely cheating. Half the game.
With bravery, a hero can turn 1% into 100%.
Jesus.
No, Guy. Easy to see the confusion.
I hate it here.
Look, there's only one Messiah in Mecha, and it's not Guy. We all know who it is.
Yeah, it's true.
No, it's Guy Daigoji.
How many times has Guy risen from the dead? only twice.
Twice
Are we
only?
Are we counting 30 slash versus Better Man? Because then it might be 3.
You know what? You know what, guy? I'm putting all this money into the Gunbuster because of this.
No, because he just got out of a time warp, which is different from being killed in the space shuttle and being rebuilt into a cyborg, and then being killed as a cyborg and being rebuilt into an evolutor. So that's only 2 times he's risen from the dead. So Kira still has him beat by 1 resurrection.
So anyway, I've nearly 100%ed the Gunbuster with that money.
Okay.
Alright,
And
let's...
she still won't be the top
Yeah.
by the end of the game.
Well,
But she still won't be number 1.
I'm gonna make it happen now, out of spite! Pure spite! Hold on, I'm not done with you yet, Noriko. I'm gonna give you more shit! This is just spite now!
Jesus Christ, he's just got rolls of 20s, he's just throwing them at her. It's a mech game, not a strip club, Dan, Jesus.
More power!
Oh. Alright, so I forget if I've ever mentioned this, but you know that whole Master Sifo Dyas thing from the prequel trilogy?
Yes.
Do you know why that came about?
I have a feeling you're going to tell us.
So apparently, the original name for this character that we never saw was Master Sido Dyas. Remember, he was the one who paid for who commissioned the clone army, and the reason why it got changed to Sifo Dyas, despite all reason and logic being like, oh, it's a play on Sidious, was because when they were typing up the script, someone hit a fucking typo, and George Lucas was like, yeah, that's much better. And it just goes to show you, man, we literally did just throw out everything and all this sort of intrigue or whatever. I'm not saying it would have improved it, far from it. But we threw everything out because George Lucas just kind of liked it. And I thought, man, that is just endemic of Star Wars, isn't it? Fuck everything, I like this.
Yeah, you know what, you're right.
Anyway, me and a friend had a blast last week trying to figure out the insanity of good old Sheev's plan. And how fucking it basically requires everyone to be simultaneously as stupid as possible and yet also as smart as possible.
Wait, which plan are we talking about?
His grand plan, remember, it's all according to his one plan, which is to build his empire and then make a super weapon. Everything of all the movies was leading up to it, including that part where he got the random, basically just a bunch of traders to blockade an entire planet and then bank on the entire, galaxy just being like...
I was including his clone plan, though. His clone himself plan.
Oh. Well, we're not... That's 400 steps away.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I jumped ahead.
So he's he relies on the entire, Galactic Senate just being yeah, whatever, we don't care. All simultaneously also relying on this trading group to be shit enough at keeping people on the planet that they'll let the Queen escape. While also relying on his apprentice being shit enough to not kill them all when he sends them off. It's just and it's just every fucking stage just relies on... Okay, so he gets Jango Fett hired, but needs Jango Fett to be just shit enough at his job that he doesn't kill the person he's meant to kill, but also leaves behind damning evidence of where he's from for a place that Sidious himself went as far out of his fucking way to delete from the records, apparently.
Jesus.
It's just the more you go into it, the more you're like, fuck me, this is just... How much of this was him literally just making everything up as he went along and proclaiming, no, it's all according to my Grandmaster plan. It doesn't even factor in the fact that in episode 2, his, loyal servant, apprentice, whatever the fuck, literally just tells Obi-Wan, hey, by the way, there's a Sith in the Senate, you should probably look into that. And I guess Obi-Wan was, so convinced this was bullshit, he never mentioned it to anyone.
To be fair, though, when
only...
that same guy had 2 lightsabers up to his throat with Sheev in the room,
Yeah,
he didn't go, "Hey,
That guy, get him. Yeah, I don't get it.
He even
I
looked
just
him dead in the eye, like, really, dude?
And I just had to imagine.
Yeah, he's like, kill him, and Dooku's just like, oh.
Wait.
He's like, well, shit, but all right, I guess, as opposed to like, he's the guy you've been looking for.
That's my master right there. Kill him.
I mean, I just love that I like to think that at some point after episode 2, Yoda and Mace Windu were like, alright, so when you were captured, Obi-Wan, would Dooku say anything that could be useful? No. Well, okay, he did say something, but it was so outrageous, so unreasonable, I just can't bear to repeat it. Really, can you just repeat it a little? It might be really important.
No, it's so ridiculous.
No, he doesn't even dare repeating. I spit on that information I was given.
It's as stupid as these uncivilized blasters.
It's as stupid as my apprentice, who is also my best friend. But fuck you, Anakin. I fucking hate you, my friend. He was my best friend, and I'm like, fucking when?
Toxic masculinity, am I right?
No, it's just good old Obi Pump and Dump Kenobi.
Remember, pump her and then dump her in a ditch, preferably.
I just think it's very amazing that canonically the Jedi basically share the same opinion as Green Goblin, which is do what you need to improve her fast.
Hello, Gwen Stacy.
Thanks, Lucas. Man, it's not as. That's the problem now. Is that it's the one upside. His prequels were just as bad as the sequels, but at least it didn't feel quite as At least it felt a bit more fun kicking them.
You know, you're right.
Now you've just got, and now I know you've got people who unironically like the prequels, and you know people are entitled to their own opinions regardless of how wrong they are.
Well, to be fair, they were probably a lot of those people were children at the time, so you know.
I was a child at the time.
I mean, like really, really young. Like I was a kid, and I thought it was stupid because I thought it was boring.
I was in middle school when it came out.
I was.
I remember everybody being like that. I remember every like Star Wars kid fan in school like acting like it was the second coming, and just being like, "Yeah, it was alright, I guess."
I was like, I think I was 7 when it came out, and I don't remember anyone at my school giving a shit about it.
We had like, there were like 4 really big Star Wars nerds in my grade. I was not one of them. I kind of liked it, but like I didn't wear the shirts and everything. And like the day episode 1 came out, he came to school in full Jedi robes.
Yeah,
people just let him do it. People were like, "All right, let's just let him have this."
Just this one.
Star Wars has been bad enough to this man. We need not bully him further.
Yeah, basically, they're like, just let him have it.
But yeah, I just love going through, like, thinking about the entirety of Shu's plan and how just every stage you realize such bollocks. And then not even
It's even worse than Zemo's plan.
Then not even factoring in, like, the whole, oh, and then also I have a clone made, or something. Wait, which Zemo?
The Zemo from Civil War.
Okay. Oh, right, where his plan is that he will reveal that Winter Soldier killed Tony's parents, and that will cause them to kill each other.
Well, he'll reveal that Winter Soldier killed Tony's parents in a situation where only Winter Soldier and Cap and Iron Man are there, because he somehow predicted that the entire random airport fight that he was not involved in any way would go exactly as it did, where like everyone that isn't Cap, Tony, or Bucky get knocked out of it. It's like, yeah, I was totally expecting Ant-Man and Scarlet Witch to get arrested, so they weren't there to beat the crap out of me and stop Iron Man. That was part of my plan all along.
Maybe his hope was everyone would become so enraged at this that they just all kill Winter Soldier themselves. And then get arrested for murder or something. I don't know. There's the funkiest thing I find about Civil War is when T'Challa like shows up in full Black Panther regalia and he like tries They get Bucky and Cap's like, no, stop. And T'Challa's like, why did you run? It's like, I don't know, maybe it's the fucking German stormtroopers who just fucking, or like, didn't even try to arrest him peacefully. They just shot to kill immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
fucking
because-
run.
Because General Ross ordered them to, because General Ross wanted to make a big statement that they can handle.
We can handle anything.
superpowers. Yeah, it's like we can handle super criminals. We're gonna do that by sending the German police to kill Bucky on sight.
It's just so weird how it's not even like they don't even try and say, oh, police get on the ground or anything like that. No, it's just straight up, they just shoot the fuck out of the apartment and hope he got killed in the spray. And you think, man, T'Challa, maybe that's why he ran. Just no situational awareness, that boy. Yeah, I don't know. I still like Civil War. Civil War's still a fun movie. Good movie.
Speaking of
Solid.
movies,
7.5 out of 10.
I did see a movie announcement.
Which
I
one?
don't know if it was announced ahead of time, but I happened to just see it today as of this recording.
Oh, I bet I know what it's gonna be.
Another Jurassic Park movie.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
okay, that's not what I was gonna bring up. but
This
okay.
time
Is
this time it's like a zombie movie where they're just all over the fucking planet.
Oh. They've had that in the cards for ages.
Yeah,
They
they
just
just finally pulled the
it
trigger.
just- It just got cut. Wait, it's not zombies. It's not actually zombies.
No, not
is it?
actual zombies. It's just like they're everywhere and they're
Oh.
making like an apocalypse thing, but with dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, that was the end of the last movie. Yeah, I saw they pushed it. They've been building that or making that movie for since pre-COVID, but COVID.
Yeah. Well, it's happening. I thought it wasn't, but here we are.
I mean, I know they're having a Giganotosaurus in it, but it's like, what's the fucking point if you're not going to fight it with a space laser like in Dino Crisis 2, you know?
Right.
Where it's also not even remotely close to what it is scientifically speaking.
I mean,
It's
these are
just
the
a fucking
Raptors.
Yeah, but at least sort of.
No.
There is a species of raptor that is the size of those raptors. It's just not the Velociraptor. And in fact, they even knew that when they were going in, or Michael Crichton knew that when he was going in, because there's a fucking thing, email or something of him messaging a paleontologist, just like, yeah, okay, so I hear what you said about about this, and this species of raptor is what I want, but I'm just going to call them Velociraptors because it sounds cooler. So
Yeah, I am aware of that.
Wait, so what was the movie announcement you thought it was, Sabo?
The new Spider-Man spin-off film.
Wait, what? Oh god, they're really gonna keep on with this? After everyone hated Morbius, and even worse than that, they're not even talking about how much they hated Morbius.
I remember I saw one of my favorite memes about Morbius was it was Goku and Vegeta going, "Let's take this to somewhere that's not crowded," and then it's just them fighting in a theater playing Morbius. Hello?
Oh, what?
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, I was reading.
Oh,
They're gonna do it. Okay?
wait, who are
Yeah, they
doing?
are. El Muerto, he's like, how do you phrase it?
He was in 2 issues ever.
Yeah,
Who?
he's,
Legitimately, who?
exactly.
Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, you might as well just do Bonesaw.
He's,
More people know who Bonesaw is, at least.
Apparently, they're like, well, he's Mexican, so Spanish people will want to watch it, maybe.
Okay.
do you know who else is Mexican? Do you know who else is Hispanic? Miguel. Just do a Spider-Man 2099 movie, you hacks.
Oh, that sounds
Or-
hard. How?
Or basically anything other than fucking El Muerto. Like, I don't know.
Maybe they'll do a team-up movie of El Marto and Jared Leto Morbius.
Fucking Morbius.
I like that
I just-
Jared Leto is just I swear, if you want to make a bad movie, if you want to get Jared Leto, just make sure you make a bad movie, because how you get him, he'll just show up.
I want you to remember, instead of getting the Black Cat Silver Sable movie, which admittedly sounded fucking awful, and I was against that to begin with, but at least they're semi-recognizable characters. We're getting Morbius, who no one fucking likes, and El Muerto, who no one fucking knows.
But I'm a vampire, or am I?
You might as well just do fucking Stiltman the movie.
I'd watch Stiltman the movie.
At least
People only remember Morbius from the cartoon, and only because it was so bad with how they wouldn't let him drink blood that he had to suck plasma from people.
Comic Morbius is not any better.
I know.
He's just as bad. He's just as crap. At least cartoon Morbius you can make fun of because he just wants to suck your plasma, and also he literally did everything to himself. Because if he wasn't too busy trying to steal Peter Parker's research, he would have turned himself into a horrible genetic mutant. Prick. I'm glad his country's just getting diseased.
Oh my god. That escalated quickly.
I think he's from Symkaria. Fuck those guys.
It always does.
Sankara.
No, not that guy.
Oh. So,
Is he dead or disgraced? I don't remember.
No, apparently he's like the only guy from Something Awful that's still doing it.
and he's just, I mean, he's just, you know, him, so, you know, a little cringe, but that's about it. Like, just a little cringe.
Yeah.
That's it, that's fine.
Well, in today's world, it's. I guess if you can manage to not be a contestant on my favorite game show, Dead or Disgraced, that is ultimately a good thing.
Yeah. Like, I can't, like, say, like, oh, like, the most he does is get, like, butthurt over jokes about him, and that's about it. It's like nothing. Like...
And one day, we need to make an actual Dead or Disgraced game show.
I mean, obviously,
shit.
you'd have to be the host, because...
Dead or Disgraced, or in some people's cases, both.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd have
The
to be
rules
the
will be
host.
simple. You'd have a list of celebrities, and you have to tell me which are the dead and which are disgraced. And then there'll be, once per round, a special bonus answer. Who's both?
Well, I mean, the answer will be
Double
Wario.
He might be one of the answers.
I was gonna say either him or that one British TV host that turned out
Oh,
to be a super
Jimmy
pedophile.
Savile! Oh, he'd be
Yeah.
great. He'd be great to have on Dead or
He's
Disgraced.
dead and disgraced.
He's super dead and super disgraced. And Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, we could have an all-star lineup on Dead or Disgraced.
You know what, like, 1 week we just take a break from playing video games, we just record, like, 20 minutes of Dead or Disgraced. Though that's gonna require work on your part.
Honestly, I think we could get picked up by NBC.
Hello everybody, welcome to Dead or Disgraced!
Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll just pitch it so that they get some fucking asshole comedian who's not funny, like, I don't know, Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon or some other prick named Jimmy, I don't know. And then instant smash hit. They can make all their shitty jokes.
Chris
and
Rock.
We can laugh. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to Dead or Disgraced!
Just show Chris Rock and Will. Oh, that could be the bonus round where you show like two celebrities, and then you know what, and then it's like, which of these is dead or disgraced? And it's like, one is and one isn't.
And you give a little bit of story of an incident, and then people have to decide which one is disgraced or dead. And then it's like, ooh, sorry, Will Smith was the answer. He's disgraced.
Man. Oh, and then we can even get like fucking asshole Twitch streamers to steal our idea and make their own version where it's just haha pop culture meme shit.
It's a genius.
We could build an empire of dead or disgraced. all on the corpses and the shattered reputations of celebrities.
And the best part is some of the people that steal it can then end up as answers on the show.
Exactly.
It's an infinite cycle.
Then we get the YouTuber / streamer version.
I mean, they can
Which
always
of
just be
these
in the rotation, like.
Which of these popular content creators is dead, and which of them is disgraced? The answers may surprise you.
I kind of like this idea. It's so stupid.
And the best part is, it only offends people who are already dead and don't care, or disgraced, and who gives a shit what they think.
They're disgraced.
They're probably child molesters or something.
Fuck them.
We have fun here.
We do.
So,
Oh yeah, what was it? I guess so. Back to just light dumb shit. I mean, that was also light dumb shit as far as I'm concerned. But I didn't know that this was coming out, but there's gonna be another one of those NIS collections where it's Lapicel Tactics and Rhapsody, the musical RPG game.
Neat.
And that actually was that was happy. That was good for me because I've wanted to play Rhapsody for years, but like getting a PS1 copy of that game is not cheap. So getting them both for $60 is pretty cool. So I definitely want to get that. This year has a lot of shit coming out for me. And it's a blessing and a curse.
A blast, as they say.
Love. But I'm trying to think. But yeah, other than that, there hasn't really been too much news for me. I still haven't watched The Batman because it's still 3 hours long. I'm probably gonna put it on in the background while I do like D&D prep, and then make fun of it for being way too fucking long because I got a feeling that's what's gonna happen. Because I can't see a movie being 3 hours long and me being like, yeah, I understand that. Other than like maybe Lord of the Rings, even though I'm not a fan, so I'm the wrong person to ask about that.
I don't mind like movies being long as it feels like they make use of the time. It's like I don't appreciate when a movie has to fucking turn just naming something into this long drawn out dramatic fucking sequence with slowdown of a man like hitting keys on the typewriter going S K U L L. It's like fuck off, King Kong.
A lot of movies do that. Like, a lot of movies do that, and a lot of movies do not make use of their time.
I just always like to bring up the fucking the King Kong version, because it's like, it's spending all this time being dramatic for a name that literally means nothing to anyone in the scene. It's like, oh, it's just a place called Skull Island. Huh, that's weird. I mean, yeah, we don't know of any sort of weirdly named places in this world. Meanwhile, me looking at the village of Wet Wang. That's a real place, by the way.
Skull Island.
It's like the thing in your head.
Oh, is that what's there?
Yes.
I thought that was jelly.
SKULL.
No, you're doing it too fast. No, you're doing it too fast. It's really S K U. And then like smash cut shots of what's his face going like. I mean, you can't see me making the surprise face, but it's like basically the Pikachu surprise face. Oh no, Skull Island, what could that mean? Maybe it means a skull.
Maybe, I don't know. Sounds fake.
Skull. You mean like the thing in my head? Skull.
You mean like that guy from Power Rangers?
Wait, hold on. Is that Yarzan here? Is fucking Yarzan in this fight?
I don't believe Yarzan
Hold
was
on.
in Power Rangers.
No, I'm talking about in the video game. Yeah, he's fucking here.
That was a weird episode of Power Rangers.
That was a weird episode of Power Rangers when Yarzan just appeared in full anime form. Like, I'm gonna violate you.
Ah!
I just got beat by some punks in Space Jersey.
Oh, speaking of doing that fucking goblin voice, I forgot Hokushin didn't actually die, and he shows up here too. It's me, I'm back, Akito! Wait, why aren't you deployed?
He'll never die.
Why isn't Akito deployed? This is bullshit.
Episode, Hokushin is killed by Aikido.
We wish.
We really do. We really, really do.
Hokushin dies in lava while being anally penetrated by Estebalis.
Jesus.
I mean, it could have been.
Yeah. It should have been.
Time to go on a killing spree! Kill!
crush, kill,
Destroy.
Do we really need to go on a killing spree though?
I mean, these aliens are gonna try and destroy our, well, kidnap our, enslave our people. Gotta kill them.
Yeah, but Dan, Mars does need moms.
I don't think they're from Mars.
They might be. Maybe they're from Second Mars.
Second Mars. Mars needs, but there's no mommy characters in this game. I'm not count. Haman is not a mommy. Fuck off.
Tell that to
Wait, Nanai's in this game. She's a mother figure to Shah.
Shit, you're right. But there is no Lala soon.
Well, just because she's a bad mother figure, because she doesn't let him do everything that he wants, doesn't mean she's not a mother figure.
you know, because according to Tomino, the only true love in the world is between a mother and child, and everything else is fake.
And you do wonder what happened to him.
Right?
Like, what trauma fucking affected that man to lead him down such a dark, twisted path?
It really makes you stink.
It's like, you could at least say, yeah, Kishimoto had like a really bad relation, had like some kind of like big issue with his brother, and that's why he did the whole Naruto Sasuke thing of like, yes, we must always forgive everyone.
Because it's just what he wishes things could have been like.
Yeah, I don't know the actual story behind what happened. I just know that apparently they had a really shit relationship, and that was partially the influence for the sudden jarring tone of "No, forgive him forever." I assume it was Kishimoto did something shitty to his brother and was like, "No, you need to forgive me."
You know what? Whether that's what happened or not, I prefer that version because it's funnier.
Look, I see it as a coin flip, right? One of them did something shitty,
Oh.
because that's usually how things go. So I'm gonna err on the side of caution and go with my gut. Oh,
Fair enough.
but yeah. Main thing got announced literally today was, hey, Ace Combat 7 DLC in association with Top Gun 2.
When did Day 7 come out?
Yeah, 2019, I think.
I was like, wow, that's a
That's why I was so confused
DLC.
why 30 just ended. Because, like, Bandai Namco know how to fucking milk a franchise.
because
And
they
one
probably
game.
they probably want to start work on the next game already, because you know they probably have to get it out within 2 years. Keep the franchise relevant.
I wonder what
Gotta
the
get Dyna Zen on in there.
Unfortunately, get a Robo Arc. It'll be weird to have, like, a modern series have better animation in Super Robot Wars than it has in its own show.
Don't make me sad. It's rude, and I don't appreciate it.
You only hate me because I'm speaking the truth.
I'll slap the shit out of you if I could. Just to make myself happy, I'm gonna watch Noriko dropkick a motherfucker.
Oh.
Normally I skip a lot of these animations, but I need this now. It's my copium.
Just make a fucking Devolution OVA. And don't give it shitty animation. That's the simplest solution.
Mech shows
Especially-
aren't allowed to have budgets.
Especially since now we have voice actors for the 3 Getter pilots.
Well, Noriko's rampage is done now. I put her back in the ship so she can get more ammo.
Oh. But, yeah. Other than that, been kind of a slow week.
Yeah. Honest to God, if we were probably not so close to beating this, I'd probably either take a break off or be like, hey, you want to play Smash or something instead. But we're so close to the end of this, I want this done.
Well, there is a thing apparently with Everest, with like climbing Mount Everest, where people get like tunnel vision towards reaching the summit to the point where they take dangerous risks and kill themselves doing it. So you should be warned about killing yourself trying to complete this monster game.
It's not really a monster game. It's just long.
There are monsters in it. It counts.
There's no monsters right now. They're all dead. We killed all the monsters.
No, Dan. There's always monsters because man, as Gundam has taught us, man is the greatest monster.
No, it's this filthy space noise at the Chris.
True. Just man, we just needed to plant that lowercase t on top of Axis. That would show him.
And Char won't have the heart to capture it. He'll be like, ugh.
No, he'll be like, oh, I guess it is time to leave.
He's like, oh, I guess it's time to leave.
Alright, I'll go now. I guess Lala's ghost fuckery is not gonna get answered today. As he slowly just flies away in the Sazabi.
Well, maybe, I don't know, I'd like to think we'd be smart enough to not just hand Shard the keys to Axis and go, okay, don't do anything wicked with that.
Even though you're already at war with us.
Yeah. Literally
Thanks for promising not to drop any more big rocks on us, and thanks, we'll give you another big rock.
Thankfully,
Don't drop this one.
Oh no! I'm dropping it!
Oh, who could have possibly seen this coming?
What a terrible, unforeseen situation!
No, it's like no, you know what it literally is? It's Shard's like, yeah, I promise to not drop this on you. Not!
And they
And
just...
they're like, shit, he's got us with the not.
Oh shit. We didn't consider that. We forgot about the knot. Ah, damn it.
Outplayed.
Of course, not. Zap.
Drops a big old space rock on them.
I just, in my head though, I just imagine it like a really shitty like photograph of a rock falling on them, but they're like fully animated. I don't know why, that's what my brain's specific version of that happening decided to be, but that's what it was.
Yeah, that's just basically CCA in a nutshell. And yeah, that's one of the most influential pieces of mecha animation. So how does that make you feel? It's like that and it's that and Eva, and the main thing, and one of the best things you can say about Eva is, yeah, it sure did run out of budget in the final episode, didn't it?
I just don't care. What's most influential doesn't fucking bother me, because I don't really give a shit. I'll keep watching my own version of garbage.
It's fine. Might Guides possibly has had the most overall impact.
And Might Guide is significantly better.
Might Guide has been in basically every mecha show ever, or referenced in most of them.
No, the most influential one is Gurren Lagann, right? Haha.
Yeah, no one even says that anymore.
I was gonna say, nobody believes that anymore.
No, we've moved past that now, where nobody even knows what Gurren Lagann is because it's too old.
Damn.
It's like nowadays people just go mecha and then pretend that they've ever seen a mecha, and then they just go, yeah, it's like the Gundam, and then they do like a quick Google search. Oh, the RX-782 Gundam built in 0079. Yes, I know it well. And it's like, yes, I know. I can hear you reading off the Wikipedia article.
No.
Fucking cunt.
No.
You can't prove that.
I can hear it in your thoughts.
No, it's not true. It's impossible. Oh yeah, I got
Ice is nice, but fire.
Man,
Pull up Google.
I did like
It's drier.
to think that like the one thing for like Palpatine that doesn't go well is just anything with Luke, because it's like, so yeah, you told him he was your father, you were his father, right? And then he joined us, right? Yeah, no, I kind of chopped off his hand and he fell to his apparent death. Oh. That's not how the plan was meant to go, Vader.
God damn it, Vader, you fucking idiot.
The entire fun movie for their confrontation is Luke being like, why did I just cut you down, old man? And he's like, you can't kill me, because if you killed me, that would make you evil too. which is a fucking ballsy move to make.
Damn it, he's right.
I mean,
I would love someone to do that move. It's like, that would make you evil, haha! And then they just turn around and go, alright, well, I guess I'm evil now, and then they shoot him, and then they're like, anyway, I'm not gonna do what you said.
it's like they try and imply, oh, but if he does it, he gives in to hate. It's like, does Luke even hate him? This is the first time they've ever met.
Also, let's be real, too. How many, like, just random stormtroopers did he kill that were just, like, some dude who was getting, like, a 9-to-5 paycheck?
Alright, so me and my friend...
Yeah, but they were getting a 9-to-5 paycheck from Palpatine, which makes them evil.
Me and a friend were talking about Rogue One because that one guy from Rogue One apparently keeps they keep threatening to give him a show, and I don't remember his name because I don't give a shit. But yeah, and I keep always making fun of it. It's like, no, but there's like one part of Rogue One where a rebel trooper does something bad, and that means they're morally ambiguous, and follow it up with reminding people they're called fucking stormtroopers. They're space Nazis. It's like,
Oh, yeah, no,
you can't have a... Sorry?
Oh, no, all I meant was, like, it's funny that he draws the line at the leader of it, but not, like, a grunt. A grunt he'll just kill, and that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's right, you can kill the grunt.
We can't kill Palpatine because that would make us evil, but we can fucking mow down all these stormtroopers, you know? They're just people who are clocking in 9 to 5, mostly.
Right.
I'm sure there's some stormtroopers who are just full-on space Nazis.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Probably a lot of them.
Honestly, yeah. But you get what my meaning with that. It's like, it's just really funny that it's like, don't kill the guy who's the leader of this, but Terry over there, who can't hit the broadside of a barn,
No, not
fucking
Terry, never
murder
Terry.
him.
Yeah,
Slit his goddamn throat and watch the lice slowly drain from his eyes as you smile as his body begins to convulse and twitch. That's okay.
Like I said, the only way it works is if you basically just assume that Palpatine's bullshitting. No, if you kill me, you're just as bad as me, and that's bad. And it's like, damn it, he's right.
And just Luke's just that stupid.
And then Vader just throws him out of a chasm, and it's like, hey, I'm good now. I killed him, and I didn't turn evil. In fact, I killed him, and I got to go to Jedi Heaven, where I'm sure there's lots of people waiting for me who will be very happy to see me there. Just he gets into the Force, and you just see the army of fucking headless children ghosts, and they're like, Master Anakin.
And then they pull out lightsabers.
You can't!
They all pull out lightsabers at the same time and just beat him.
Mace Windu sat there like, why the fuck don't I get a ghost and this prick does? Why is he de-aged?
Well, it's because Mace Windu didn't die.
Yeah, true. I'm sure there probably is some fucking, like, expanded universe thing where he's still alive.
Yeah, he survived getting his hands chopped off and knocked down a mile-high window.
We can't even joke about that, because that's exactly what happened with Darth Maul.
Yeah.
In fact, it's worse with Darth Maul, because he had his legs chopped off.
He was split in two.
No, he was cut in half through the stomach, which, you know, should be... No, you should not be able... I don't think you can survive getting your entire bowels chopped off.
I mean...
Worked for Frieza. Different franchise, it worked for Frieza.
Yeah, but Frieza's an alien.
I mean...
Darth Maul's just a guy who looks like Satan, I guess.
Satan! 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 Satan!
Also, you know, it's anime, nothing makes sense.
True.
Why can Goku survive getting shot in the fucking head? There.
Yeah, Goku got shot in the chest randomly and just fucking died.
Yeah.
Well, when did that happen?
Revival of F, the best movie.
Oh no, he didn't die. He didn't die. He was just badly injured.
He was mostly dead, which is not the same as being...
Also, that was by a laser gun, which I guess is, you know, more deadly than a gun.
The laser guns that weren't even a threat to them when they were on fucking Namek. It's so stupid. That movie is so stupid.
It was.
I hate that movie.
You remember, we instead of giving Vegeta like the opportunity to finish off Frieza and end his character arc,
Goku gets it.
we just had to do it to teach Goku a lesson he literally does not remember, because the very next time Frieza shows up, it's Goku being like, "Hey Frieza, want to join our team?" And Frieza's like, "If I do this, I get to come back to life, when I definitely don't deserve to come back to life.
Yeah.
You fucking idiots."
And then he's like, yeah, I totally won't cause trouble. And then like, you know,
Immediately
next
causes
movie.
trouble.
the next movie, they're back to fighting him to the death again.
I won't cause trouble.
No, I'm not technically causing trouble. It's Broly. As I murder Broly's father and blame it on you.
I've just caused trouble now.
Oh, Goku, I'm going to do something wicked.
I showed some of my Gundam,
mean-
some of my friends who were into Gundam, the fucking the Tim the Toolman Taylor Char trilogy, and they didn't, and some of them just didn't know how to handle it. They didn't know how to deal with it. Which, to be
I know
fair, that's
how
the
I
appropriate
deal with it.
response.
Just enjoy it.
Ah!
The casual Char. It's the casual Char enjoyer versus the casual Tim the Toolman fan.
The strongest Tillman fan versus the weak, and the strongest Char fan versus the weakest Toolman fan. God, they really want to kill Ballsack over here.
Poor Angela. Sent her to meet her maker. Oh, that made me so sad.
Yeah, I didn't even laugh at that one. I just went, Like,
Even I thought,
that was,
even,
yeah.
even I thought that one was too far. I'm not going to retract it though. As many a disgraced person has said, "'Tis better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission."
Lady comes at Mike Guine like, I'm not just gonna turn on bravery and nuke you. Like, Mito's not just gonna be like, and then you die. Because I am a hero. Oh.
Yeah, well, that's their fault for being villains.
That's what she gets for being Gerald. Or however the hell you're supposed to say her fucking name. The chick from Dunbine or a Battler.
I don't know who you mean.
No, not Marvel.
I think he means the bad one.
Jeril. So I call her Gerald.
Gerald?
Oh, I was right. Gerald.
Yeah.
Gerald.
He's still alive?
Not anymore.
Oh, okay.
She made the mistake of trying to take on Mike Guine.
And a stupid
Yeah,
Dunbine.
thought she died a while ago.
Nah, she came back in Pog form.
Nah.
Yes, the mighty leprechaun.
Why would
It's
you name
it's
yourself-
alright. Alan's gonna die by the ball sack.
No, the name of her aura battler is the leprechaun.
Yeah, I know, but it's still a terrible name.
I know. Well, you know.
That's fine. Alan's gonna die by the hands of the ball sack.
Not Alan.
Yeah.
But then how will we form Final Dan Cougar without Alan?
Well, he
Wait.
shouldn't attack the ball sack.
They don't
Alright.
need it anymore. Now they
Yeah.
now they have
Get-
ultimate Dan
Get
Cougar.
fucked, Alan!
I'm glad you said get fucked Alan as she began deploying her missiles in response.
Alan.
Not Alan's fault they ran out of budget.
Well, at least what is that? Is that the Alan from Dunbine?
Yes.
Well, he lasted better there than he did in Dunbine, where he falls into the water and then just immediately dies.
Oh, he got Amuro's dad, did he?
No, it's like he gets shot down, he bails out into the water, and then we never see him again. And Tomino was like, "Oh yeah, he died."
Tomino totally didn't just forget.
Yeah, it's
No.
like, oh, he died. It's like, but Todd did that like 10 times throughout the show before he finally died. Nah, he's
Yeah,
dead.
yeah, but the difference is Alan had a brain tumor. Very sad.
See, the difference is, unlike some people like Araki, Tomino just won't admit he forgot. Because that's what it really was. He just forgot Alan existed.
And then you get people like Oda, who you can't tell if they ever forgot. If they did forget, if it is all part of some grand plan.
We'll never know, because it won't end for the next 30 years.
Why would it end?
He'll never end.
Yeah.
It won't end. He'll die before it ends.
He's seen what's happened with Berserk. Look at the surge in popularity Berserk got after
After
Miura
he died.
Oda's gonna be chasing that next. That's his plan. If I do this until I die, that will mean like 400 fucking volumes that will need to be reprinted. That's some big bucks right there.
The guy is
Genius.
gonna ghostwrite Berserk is sitting there like, oh my god, look at all the money I'm gonna make. Unfortunately, I gotta put Mike Guine into a battleship because he's got like no EN now. Everybody wanted to try and take him on.
Man, you're gonna feel real fucking silly when you play 30 and you're like, EN and HP, are they resources? Saber knows what I'm talking about.
Can you explain to me?
Yeah, basically, you can get the battleship to basically just give a passive regen to practically everything.
Oh!
Everything that's within like 5 tiles in any direction.
Oh.
And it's like, and then like not, you can upgrade it so it's like pretty. It's basically just like full refreshes every turn as long as a unit just starts next to it. So, and since the Dry Strider is just a fucking tank, like it's the best. Like
There's
it's
also
the
a
best.
ton of parts that are just like you get a full energy recharge every turn.
So, how do you feel about
You get a
Oh, real quick. How do you feel about Hakushin being killed by Char?
Yeah,
That's about what he deserves.
yeah. But yeah, if you thought the Yamato was broken in V,
Yeah, you're telling me
Dry
this
Strider-
one's gonna be way more busted than the Yamato, which is insane to me.
Dry Strider is probably the single best unit in the game. And that's not even like close to exaggeration.
He says this. I never actually really used it for combat, just for his support.
I didn't even use it for combat. I just basically half the time I just moved every unit up and then planted the Dry Strider right in the middle, and it's like GG if you can't one-shot me. They couldn't one-shot me, so it was GG.
It's why it took forever for me to get the upgrade, because in order to do that you need like 150 kills between the protagonist and the Dress Tiger, and I never ever got any kills with it because I was just using it as support and having everyone else do the killing.
Yeah, I made sure to like send Vincent out on like, or get like her sim kills or whatever the equivalent to like farm kills is.
So I was like, I had to stop and grind for hours to get, because I was like, well, I should probably get the upgrade before I
finish
go
the
any
game.
further.
To get the upgrade, then you realise the upgrade's really kind of like not worth it. I mean, it's fine. It's strong, but it's not cool.
No.
Do you like Hyukbines? Yeah. Do you like Hyukbines with a backpack? That's your upgrade.
That's your upgrade.
We got this Hyukbine, we gave it a backpack. Is it a cool backpack? No.
It actually did get a new it get a final attack for the last DLC release, which I think was just added to the game for free.
Oh, neat. Alright, I did remember, because I did sort of start it. I did remember there was a mission that was just for Edge and Az. I assume that's what you do to unlock the final attack.
I haven't actually played it yet, so probably. I just know it and SRX get a new final attack.
What is SRX's new final attack?
It's just shooting everything.
Oh.
It's that move from Divine Wars where like they fired everything at once.
So it doesn't even get the HTB.
No, the Argon doesn't appear out of nowhere.
Why is it? Even though I put Bullseye, there's still at 0% to hit this motherfucker.
He probably has
a counter
Yeah.
flash on.
Yeah, use like any random attack that you don't care about to clear it and then throw out the attack and see
Okay,
if
yeah,
that
now
does it.
everybody can hit, yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes they will have enemies that have special abilities. I don't think they ever use actual spirit commands, but it's like they have a passive that's like, oh, on the first turn or the first attack of the turn, they can't be hit or something.
Okay.
They don't. Sometimes there are some games where sometimes like they'll use spirit commands staged, like the stage where you fight half your team in Z, or a couple other ones where like every turn the boss will cast like flash or whatever. Or if you kill a certain character, the boss will cast a bunch of spirits. But you know, they can't get the AI smart enough to just use spirits regularly. Also, it'd probably be really annoying if they did, because they'd just be like, "Ah, you can't hit me."
Yeah, if they spammed flash as nearly as much as I did, I'd be pissed.
Yeah,
The
it would
game
be
just take
obnoxious.
forever.
It would just be very much like on the playground where you're like, well, I'm going to shoot you with my laser beam. Oh yeah, well I'm going to wear my anti-laser beam coat. I'm going to use my anti-laser beam coat spray.
I have the power to do everything, but better than Guile.
To be fair, everyone has that power. To do everything better than Guile.
No, Kyle.
Oh.
Just from South
Oh,
Park.
right, you think it's South Park thing. I thought we were just getting to rag on Guile. Oh, I'm
No,
sad.
it was South Park where Carmen's like, oh, I have the power to do this, but better than Cal.
And I wanted to make fun of Guile.
I mean, Guile was never the same after he lost his handcuffs.
Guile sucks.
After losing his handcuffs, he really wasn't the same man
You know
anymore.
what? If Street Fighter 6 just gets rid of Guile, it would be worth it.
Now they'll make the next game even more catered to his
Going to
playstyle.
get in my boat. I'm gonna go down this river. I'm gonna kick that son of a bitch Bison's ass so hard, the next Bison Vonnegut is gonna feel it.
Bias.
I mean, I know you were doing Van Damme, but like,
What's wrong, Colonel Guile? Came here to
Van
fight a
Damme, that was
madman,
awful.
and instead found a god?
I mean,
Maybe,
shit. You got
maybe you should pray to him.
imagine,
For I beheld Satan as he fell from heaven like lightning.
I don't even remember that part.
It's like towards the very end of the movie.
I guess when Bison's just losing and Raul Julia's like, well, I'm gonna die.
Actually, no,
So
he's
let's
winning
go
at this
all
point. How he dies is so stupid. He just gets kicked
out.
once.
No. Raul Julia, the actor,
Oh,
was taking the role. No, so like that was one of his last scenes in the movie.
Yeah.
He's like, this is the last acting I'm gonna do because I'm gonna die of cancer in a couple months, so I'm just gonna go crazy.
oh, okay, yeah.
yeah, he took it. He much like many other sort of famous actors who have died. He took the role because his kids wanted him to.
His kids, he's like, I'm gonna die of stomach cancer in a year. I can do one more movie before I get too sick to. What should I do? And his kids are like, do Street Fighter. And he's like, okay, I'll do Street Fighter.
It's the same reason why Orson Welles did Transformers the movie. His grandkids wanted him to do it.
Yeah, but he wasn't actually planning on dying. Well, I mean, he was in poor health, but he thought he might live
Yeah.
a while longer.
He thought he would live, but I'm pretty sure he meant that to be one of his final roles, and that's why he was
You know,
hoping.
because like they're like the morning they found him dead, it was because he was supposed to report to the local like theater college to help the guy work on their next production, and he was dead. So like clearly, you know, he was planning on living at least a little while longer.
Yeah, but I just meant it was like a role he did for his grandkids while he was in shit health,
So his grandkids did like Transformers.
apparently.
Because I was like, Orson Welles seemed to know an awful lot about because they said the director like almost committed like a cardinal sin when he tried to line read Orson Welles, because he was reading Megatron's lines and Orson Welles thought he was going in there to play Megatron, and I was like, he's like, well, they told me I was playing the villain, and I was like, how does he know Megatron's the villain? There's no research to be done. TF Wiki didn't exist back then, and the show was only 2 years old. Was he secretly a Transformers fan, or at least somewhat familiar with the franchise because of his kids?
I think it was his grandkids.
I guess so.
I'm not sure if he went full Christopher Lee in Kingdom Hearts 2. It was like, all right, I'll do it, but I'll only ever do one take. So you better hope I get it right.
No, he did it. He he apparently he did it. He was just he was like, I don't want to read with any of the other actors, and I don't want anyone in the studio when I'm there. Except like, you know, the minimal crew. He's like, I don't want anyone in the studio that doesn't absolutely have to be there to record when I'm there.
Wonder why.
I don't know. So, like, apparently everybody was like hiding in a room where he couldn't see them, just like trying to catch a glimpse of Orson Welles.
For Orson Welles, yeah, I get that. I thought it was saying about was what Christopher Lee wanted.
No. Christopher Lee was like, I'm gonna do this in one take and then I'm leaving. So you better get it right. Whereas Orson Welles was like, I'll do as many takes as you want, but nobody's allowed to be in the studio that doesn't have to be when I'm there.
Yeah, because I remember a bunch of the voice actors were like really hoping to get to see him work.
To record with Orson, and they were like, nope. As opposed to Judd Nelson, who did.
Yeah, but on the other hand, Leonard Nimoy wasn't even on the production, so per his own words, I mean.
Oh yeah, he's like, I was ever in Transformers.
Yeah, well, for years he fucking denied it. It's like, really? You're gonna pretend that Transformers is the most embarrassing thing you've done? I've seen Star Trek V.
Oh yes.
In fact, I've seen that two-parter he's in TNG. It ain't much better.
I mean, it's probably better than Star Trek V.
He said it ain't much better, but
The worst part is apparently the only Star Trek production that William Shatner ever actually sat down to watch was Star Trek V.
I can't believe it. It's the one he made.
No, I was gonna say it's because
I
he
love
made
my
it. He
movie.
had to watch. He had to. No, he's like, I didn't want to see it, but I was a director, so I had to sit down and watch the finished product to clear it with everybody. He's like, and I hated watching it.
Well, you shouldn't have made it.
I made a huge mistake.
Saying
Oh God, what have I done?
it's your shit.
I mean, he swears blind that part of the problem with Star Trek V was studio meddling,
Uh-huh.
I don't believe, because I'm aware of other projects of his that he has done, like Tech War, which feels real fucking bad when that Simpsons joke of, well, the kids will have to learn about Tech War sometime is now fucking real because that shit's getting like a show or a movie or something. You're like, man, why watch that when you can just watch Civic take apart the game?
Right.
He said the problem was that most of all of the usual special effects crew were working on Back to the Future 2 and Ghostbusters 2, so they had to make do with the terrible, crappy crew
Yeah.
who gave them like bad special effects. He's like the reason we fought a big CGI godhead is because we were supposed to fight some rock monsters at the end, but the suits looked so bad we couldn't use them.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure they also like partially ran out of budget on a lot of the movie for like the finale as well. Because
he's like it's not my fault it was that bad.
I mean, it is his fault for all the other things that happen in it, like the fan dance and the fact that all of the fucking crew just for no real reason, just not being mind controlled, just betray Kirk.
This is part of my magnum opus.
Basically. And then they made Star Trek 6, which is maybe the second best Star Trek movie ever made, because fuck the whales.
It's funny because the Whales is actually the most popular one.
I know
The
it
one
is,
that made the most.
I know it
And
is,
everyone was like, "Why? It's not Star Trek. It's just them walking around 1980s San Francisco."
because whales.
Which I guess was funny at the time, but it's like, yeah, Spock knocks out a punker.
And it's not quite as funny. And I guess it doesn't hit quite as much having a Russian walk in and say, hello, can I have your nuclear weapons, please?
Yeah, yes.
As it did in the 80s. Well, actually, I say that.
Well, not until recently.
Yeah, give it a few months and it will go back to just being the, what has that got to do with anything?
It's like, it's great. We can hate the Russians again.
Yeah.
They're the default bad guys again. Yay.
You get. Well, we were really struggling because the country that because all the countries that you would put as your default bad guys, it's like, well, you can't rag on China because then you can't sell your movie/game in China, and you can't really rag on North Korea because they literally haven't got anything.
The North Koreans are a threat. Oh, I'm sure they are.
It's like, don't know these North Korean terrorists. You're like, what are they doing? Throwing sticks and rocks at you? Yes.
Yeah, they hurt a lot.
And then, like, the only other thing you could say was like, oh, terrorist cells in the Middle East, when it's like Call of Duty mined that as best they could. But there's only so much you can get away with. Yeah, it's just like a bunch of like former farmers and shopkeepers and sort of low skill jobs. Oh well, not low skill, but like lower down the tentpole jobs like that, who are just getting like fucking homemade IEDs and stuff, so they're not like global threat or like contained in this neighborhood. There was that brief time where everyone was just big on having like villainous South African PMCs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess they're like, I don't know. That's all we got now.
Yeah, because it's fine to hate the South Africans. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, yeah, it's like, yeah, those South Africans. Yeah, screw them. I don't know why.
Because they don't have Nelson Mandela anymore. But yeah, there was that brief time where it was just South African PMCs were utilised. These two things very close together, and by that token, it's just, that is just close enough for me to go, huh, that was a trend. And then now we're back to fighting Russians again.
Yeah, now we're back to the Russians. So yeah, I guess
Who's the next bad guy nation, you think?
I don't know. I mean, the Russians were bad guys for like 40 years.
Yeah.
And so I'd assume this is going to be the Russians again for pretty much the rest of our lives.
Unless we get like mega Nazis show up or something.
Yeah, unless the Nazis make a return, I guess that's possible.
Maybe
They've been trying.
Maybe if Le Pen had have won the French election. Man, feel bad for any French people in our audience of two. It's like
Any French people in our audience, I'm sure we're very popular in France.
I mean, mechs and anime is big in France.
Well, Grendizer is.
So much so that the French just do their own anime and then say this is ours.
Yeah. Like Ladybug.
No, that's not anime. That's Toku.
Yeah, you're
think?
right.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Chokuame? I don't know. It's like a mix.
I was tempted to watch an episode just to see if it was appropriate for my nieces, but then laziness. And then just started watching Tiger and Bunny instead.
It's ridiculously popular for some reason.
Because it's French.
No, it's because it has the whole, like, oh, they're in love with each other, but they don't know it because they don't know each other's identities. It's basically like the entire first season of Sailor Moon.
Yeah, I did ask my friend about it, who I don't know, I can't remember if she's actually seen it or she just knows about it through osmosis, but she was telling me is that basically apparently every time one of them finds out the secret identity of the other, like, so one of them dies or some other horrible thing happens and they do, like, memory reset or something.
Well, I know about this extensively because one of my acquaintances is ridiculously obsessed with the show and won't shut up about it. Yeah, so twice now, one of them has found out and they had to reveal it, and that they got the whole happy couple, and then the guy's father, who is like the super villain of the show for some reason, finds out and destroys the world, and then they undo it with time travel, and that's happened twice.
Makes sense. Usually you just save that for sweeps.
Yeah, no, it's like, oh, they found out.
Man, I'm just gonna stick to...
I think the only thing that's happened with it in like the 4 years of the show
working is that like her nerdy friend found out or something like that.
Oh, her Ned.
Oh
Yeah,
my
her
God.
Ned.
Oh no, not again.
Her,
Not again.
Her Ned.
Oh no.
Who is also.
Why did you say that name?
Oh no! What have you done, Sabo? You brought it back.
You
Sabo.
brought it.
No, you did.
I-
Hey,
No,
you said
I
his
did.
name.
I said Ned first.
Yeah, you said Ned first. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you said dirty
I was-
friend, and then you
I
said yes.
I was asking me, why did you say that name?
I mean, she's not fat, so.
Hey, I don't hate Ned because he's fat. I hate Ned because he's an annoying cunt who doesn't die. That's a perfectly reasonable reason to hate people for not being
Also-
dead when they should be.
Also, there's like 20 side superheroes now that like occasionally show up,
Oh, it's
Which is
Batman.
like-
Gotcha.
which is like no, because they're all her friends from her class that she
Oh.
just gives out the magic trinkets to when she needs their help. But they don't know who she is either.
That's stupid. I'm glad I don't
Yes,
watch
it
this
is.
show.
Oh yeah, and yet everyone loves it for some reason.
Oh, is it like Western Sword Art Online? Where it's
Maybe.
inexplicably popular despite never meeting anyone who's actually likes it.
No, because I've met a lot of people that like it.
Oh.
I don't understand why, but I mean, I don't know any kids who like it though. That's the thing. It's like it's supposed to be like the biggest popular show with kids on like the planet, and like
Kids
I don't
don't
know a
watch.
single.
Kids
gonna
don't
say,
watch.
I don't know a single child who watches this show. I don't see a single kid around here with any merchandise. It's all like 20 and 30-year-old women who just like ship the characters.
No, kids don't watch cartoons. Kids watch people play video games.
I was gonna say, yeah, kids don't watch cartoons. Kids don't watch cartoons and they don't buy toys. That's why like all these people, all of these companies are like, shit, what do we do?
In fact, kids watch people watch cartoons.
They're like Hasbro did like a survey. It's like of all of the people that watch Power Rangers, I think like 60% of the people that tuned in to watch Power Rangers now are like over the age of 25.
I can believe that.
So it's
I'm-
like it's mostly adults that are and no kids care about the show anymore. And that's why they're like, you know, maybe we should just stop making the show and just start making cartoons of like the 90s seasons marketed to adults and give up on kids because they're not buying the toys and they're not watching the show.
Man, I do not want them to see. I mean, granted, I haven't watched Power Rangers since Dino Thunder, but like, I do not want there to be like adult-aimed Power Rangers because I just remember the 2017 movie and how much it sucked, and I just think,
I mean, I hate the 2017 movie, but I mean, if it's going to be accurate to the original designs, I was like, it might be nice to see some of those old robots again.
it would be nice to see the old robots. Sure, I'm just
At the very least, I want it to
assuming-
be like in. So it was kind of like, what was the thing you're talking about where they're used to something being silly? We're in Japan. They got like, there was like something they were used to being silly and campy, and then it wasn't when it was an American thing.
Oh,
but-
Transformers.
Yeah, yeah.
Transformers.
That's exactly. That's how I feel about Power Rangers, where it's like it needs to be silly and campy. It needs to be like just a goof fest.
The problem is that doesn't even work because the Japanese were in love with those movies because they were so not
Right. Yeah, I get that, but I'm saying what I want is a goof fest for Power Rangers, because that's what Power Rangers is to me. You know what? Yeah, I think this is how I'll end the map. There we go. But yeah, because I like Power Rangers, the original Mighty Morphin. I didn't really watch anything after Mighty Morphin, to be honest with you.
I thought it was okay until I found the Sentai, and then I was like, yo, this is just so much better. If I'm watching it for the robots, which is really the main thing I care about, I was like, why would I want to watch Power Rangers? They usually butcher the robot fights because there's too many Japanese people in the way.
or too many random references to Japan.
Yeah.
Like whenever they just like say Zenkaija, it's just like, yeah, this is gonna be hard to translate.
Half of Zenkaija is either references to Sentai that did not come out in America, or references to like weird Japanese movie tropes that don't
Hey.
really translate.
Hey, remember that time Zenkaija literally just did the finale of Jetman,
Yeah.
including the part where they just had the main villain play as Condor and gets stabbed by Blue. It's time to leave.
Not yet. Because the cutscene still has
Why?
to happen, remember?
Thought I'd time that. I don't know. I
No.
can't see.
Well, I said I'm doing the attack. This is how I'll end the map. And then, Then I had Noriko drop kick the UND guy.
Alright, Sabo, real talk. Not counting MMPR or any of the. Or not counting original MMPR, like Season 1 stuff, what season of Power Rangers would you like to see get, like, a new adaptation / remake / whatever? And why is it Turbo?
By the way, that is very true, though, about it being an important thing for kids, because I remember being sad sometimes when I'd play with, like, little toys and be like, what do you mean I can't... What do you mean my Goku figure can't do the Kamehameha? What do you mean he can't go into the pose?
Well, someone said, well, because for the upcoming main mecha for Dawn Brothers, like people are like going crazy over it because they're like, oh my god, it's so well articulated and so well done. After the last Sentai, so many Sentai shows have just been like these immobile bricks that you can't do anything with. And the guy was like, yeah, because my son said this show can't pose, and everyone was like a 4-year-old Save the Child's TV franchise.
We don't know
'Cause
yet.
Well, yeah, not yet, but I mean, like even Obari and Terada are like, oh my
So-
god, that looks so great, and it's gonna be such an impressive robot, and people were just like, we've never seen this much hype for a Sentai bot ever.
So, I'm going to ask you your professional opinion right now for this, Trey Man. So, so that map's done. I'm on the map where you fight the final boss. Should we wait till next time, or do you think we should finish it?
I mean, if we finish it, we're going to be here like another 2 hours.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
so
say
we'll,
it's gonna
yeah,
take-
we'll
it's gonna
finish
take
it.
a while.
We'll finish it next
I'll
week.
put it this way. The final cutscene is like 45 minutes.
Okay, so we'll finish it next time.
Yeah. Next,
Alright.
Yeah.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It is time to leave. We talked-
Unless one of us becomes comes to join the good old cast of Dead or Disgraced. Who will it be? Find out next time. It's probably Sabo.
Be disgraced.
It's time to leave.